And welcome back to part 2 of the Naruto What If. Real quick, house cleaning. 2 comments that came up that I just I'll address because people are trying to give feedback of what might change or how things went, and I just need to do my clarification of how I'm going to address those. So one, and I know you were trying to help, but you ultimately, I think, contradicted your own argument. Um, uh, and I'm not going to say who it was, I never do, but basically, they were trying to remind me that Tsunade is around the same age as Jiraiya. Okay, which can be backed up as though the fact they were on the same team. And yeah, I get that. That made sense. Then they go on to say Jiraiya was leader of Minato's team when he was a child and pretty qualified ninja by this point, as he would have been entrusted to be leading a team and duly trained recluse. Thus, meaning he would have been around 10 years older than him, possibly even more. I don't know if that's the case, because we know you can be a Jonin at like 12. Kakashi was like a prodigy. We don't know if he was leading teams when he was like 12, but it's very possible he was. But still, and it would have taken Minato 10 years to have a child, probably more considering there's a war going on. Okay, that I don't agree with, per se. I don't know where you're getting that timeline from. You gave me a site or quote that you got it from, but I don't know how you're getting that. It would have taken him 10 years to have a kid. We have a rough time frame of when Naruto was born. All the scenario through Tsunade being at least 10 years older than Minato. Well, yeah, I don't see. This is where I think you really got confused with the point you were trying to make. Because, yeah, Tsunade's at least 10 years older than Minato because Jiraiya and Tsunade are the same age. And Minato not having a kid until around 20, Tsunade would have been 30 to 40 years old, probably even 50 when Naruto was born. That makes no sense. We know it is confirmed. Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru are the same age, and they're all 50. So I don't know where you got that from. I'm really not trying to harsh on you. I'm just really curious how you came to that conclusion when the evidence is actually stated. Okay, that did sound a little harsh. I'm not trying, because you literally stated in the beginning of that entire sentence. You can look in the comments in the first video to know who said that. I'm confused where he got that. It's confirmed that they're the same age, those three, and therefore she's not 20 years. She was not 50 when Naruto was born. Naruto is roughly 30. Naruto is like 12, 13 by the beginning of the series. And Tsunade is 50 at that time. So you just do the basic math. She was either 37 or 38 when Naruto was born. So there you go. And then the other person, and this one, this is just a quick question, quick thing. This is not someone saying anything wrong or anything. This is just their opinion. Same with the other one. Basically, the other person said that Naruto would graduate 2 years earlier. Not because he's 2 years older, but because you can graduate early. He could, and this Naruto probably is capable of doing that, but he wouldn't. That Naruto was trying to graduate early to prove something to everyone else. This Naruto right now doesn't necessarily have anything to prove. I think he still has the dream of being Hokage, being told about the Hokage, what it means, and being told of the legacy of the fourth. I think they are holding off until he becomes an official ninja to tell him about his father, because, again, of the enemies that the fourth had. I think that does make some logical sense to at least wait a little bit on there. Plus, it's not like it ever came up, so it's all good to wait on that for a bit. The Nine Tails, though, he is aware of. They have told him about the Nine Tails. So, yeah, he's not going to graduate early in this version. He is going to just be Naruto. So, that being said, what is Naruto's school life like? And actually, I've got the wrong book in front of me right now. That was my Pokemon team creation book. There we go. What is Naruto's school life like? What is his day-to-day in and outs like? Naruto spends a lot of the time, has made a lot of friends very quickly, I think. He still has the fun, outgoing personality he has here, but minus some of the immaturity he had in the original. In the original, he was very obnoxious, very loud, very annoying, constantly pulling pranks. He wanted attention because he didn't have a family, and he just wanted people to acknowledge him. Here, he still definitely wants to, see people, be friends with people, all that, but he's kind of more like a dog, like, hi, but not like that happy. But he's a friendly kid. He's a friendly kid who's actually very quick to make friends, and I think makes friends with just about everyone in the class. I don't think there's anyone who legitimately hates Naruto in the class. There's some that might find his excess energy a little much, but overall, I think he's actually very well liked. He's got a good couple of friends with the class. I think Sakura doesn't hate him. In fact, I think she likes him. Not like likes him, but I think she likes him as a person. I think that in terms of the fangirls, like all the crushes in the class, I think Sakura does still stick mostly with Sasuke, particularly after the Uchiha Clan massacre, and it kind of gets all cold, distant, emo, and cool, so hot. Bite me, Sakura. But Hinata, I still think is firmly on Naruto's side. While they never had that interaction where she got picked on and he rescued her. I think he's very open and upfront, and I think he's very friendly towards her and just like hi. Now we should know because Naruto was not there to save her. I think she's even a bit more of a shut in here than she is in the original. I think she's even a little more shy here. Like she barely is willing to talk. I think she'll raise her hand in class and talk, but in terms of actual social interaction, she's very not the best. But that's when Naruto comes in to kind of like help get her out of her shell a little bit. And it helps her, definitely, to have like someone who's bright and actually believes in her. It helps boost her, I think, like if this were, I'm going all over the place in my sentence structure here, but a little above her canon level of confidence. Just a little. Like if we're talking about 1 out of 100, her canon level of confidence is shot like 20. Here, it's like a 30. That's significant, but not anything too major. She's able to maybe stand up a bit more for herself here. Whereas if we were starting with her canon confidence, and then this Naruto came in, she'd be more like at a 40 or a 50 easy. Like she would be a lot more confident in herself. But here she's got a little bit of confidence because he's very friendly. And I think it's not the infatuation she has with him when he saved her. But it's definitely, she likes him. She's definitely not crushing on Sasuke. And then there's Ino, who I actually think toes the line. I think because she's such the valley girl in many ways, and such the drama queen, and such the, as Kid Possible say, what's the sitch? The gossip queen. She's just like, oh, but Sasuke is so great, but Naruto, oh, that bomb locks, our babies would be so good, but Sasuke. I can see Ino totally being the waffler right now. As for how well he does in class, I definitely think he's near the top. But even Jiraiya and Tsunade's tutelage, Shizune there, can only do so much for your level of intelligence, especially when someone brought it up that Naruto would be a little on the hyperactive side. Training, as someone put it, on the training issue note that I think affects it. Tsunade grew up with the Uzumaki, who was also a Jinchuriki, so she knows exactly how to train Naruto with those who have, i.e., too large of a chakra reserve relative to their age, and also very dense, short attention span. Now, here's the thing. Is his short, dense attention span, and maybe not the most academically inclined intelligence level, is that genetic or is that nature versus nurture? I think there's a little bit of both there. I think given the proper tutelage, he can be a decent student, academic-wise. But I don't think he's ever going to be a genius. He's never going to be top of the class, at least in his academics. In terms of everything else, I think Naruto excels. I think he's the only person in class to regularly beat Sasuke. Sasuke, I think, actually is able to give him a good fight, because he's only had Jiraiya and Tsunade to spar with at points. And maybe the Toads now and then when he's gotten a chance to go to Miyabuku. By the way, no, he has not even started he knows about Sage Mode, but he has not started training in Sage Mode at all. But yeah, more times than not, because he trained with Stalin since birth, he is going to beat Sasuke in a fight. But Sasuke, every once in a while, does push him pretty hard and even does get a win on. And Naruto's just like, awesome! Oh man, I've never been beaten before. And at first, Naruto would be like, whoa, he beat me. Awesome, he beat me! Because Naruto hasn't had a real challenge. Let me put it this way. He has not had a real challenge in the general sense of the term challenges. Oh, crap. I just realized something I left on my desk here. But it's not a big deal. Nothing to do with the video. Something else. But yeah, because he's been beaten by Jiraiya most of the time, not. But once he got to the academy, he realized, I'm a lot stronger than everyone else until Sasuke came along, even though he's generally beating Sasuke. He's like, finally got someone that can push me. Awesome. So there's that. And finally with his home life, I think right now Tsunade and Shizune are just content on keeping him learning, advancing on the basics he knows, not teaching him anything too fancy, working on his chakra control even more, working on his medical ninjutsu. Those are like the two big things Naruto focuses on. He always trains with his Winjutsu, his seals, whatnot. Then the Uchiha Massacre comes, and Sasuke, obviously, they all hear about it, and everyone's upset for him. And Sasuke, Naruto, who does see Sasuke as a friend, does go to visit him, and Sasuke does try to push Naruto away. Naruto's a little taken back. Naruto also knows he's adopted, too. He knows that. I think they let him know that from the beginning, that he doesn't look like even resembling. Actually, that's not true. You can make the argument he does look like a combination of Jiraiya and Tsunade, especially if you see Jiraiya's hair when he was younger. You could actually make that argument. And she's blonde, so that could work. But I think they do let him know he's adopted, and that Naruto never got a chance to know his family, his real parents. But if anything happened to his family, he'd be lost. He'd be inconsolable. And he makes an effort to try to. So when Sasuke, they go to like spar, for example, he makes an effort for Sasuke to actually be there for Sasuke no matter what. Sasuke, fight me. What? And Sasuke, who's still very much, I'm going to get my revenge, all that on him, on Itachi. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, you heard me fighting. Are you scared? What? Come on. And they spar. And, Sasuke's letting anger out on Naruto, who is very much noticing it. And it's making him sloppy. I mean, his punches are hitting harder than normal. But it's making him sloppy. And Naruto just comes in, gets a gut check, and says, is that all you got? It's like, and Sasuke just comes in. And as the fight goes on, Sasuke is still angry, but the rage is it's getting controlled a bit. And Naruto, it does put a smile on his face when he's seeing that Sasuke is finally getting back, and he tags Naruto and blocks again. He's seeing Sasuke kind of get back to his normal self, and Sasuke can actually feel that while his rage is making him stronger, it's something that needs to be tempered. He needs to temper that. And that's what Naruto, and he can see Naruto just smiling. And that puts a smile on his face, like he kind of gets what Naruto was doing here. He's just trying to help keep him here on some level instead of just disappearing into like a void of hatred. And so, they finish up and they're huffing and puffing. So Sasuke gets up, turns to go home, but then just, without turning, he says, Naruto, thank you. And they go, and he goes home. And so the relationship with Naruto and Sasuke, at least, is able to remain okay. It's not the same as it was, at least not entirely. But Sasuke openly admits he considers Naruto a friend. Like, he doesn't deny that. He's also able to at least have a conversation with Naruto. He's actually able to hang out with Naruto now and then. Absolutely. They're actually able to have a friendship. He still finds Sakura annoying and all the fangirls, but still he's able to keep Sasuke kind of grounded. And meanwhile, everyone else is like, Sasuke! But, I was like, Naruto. And, it's like, Naruto, Saku! It's like, what? It was like, oh my god, you shoved them together. No, I just can't decide. I could see a scenario like that happening, where she kind of just combines them together, not realizing that's like shipping terms. And she's like, ah! So anyway, the day of the graduation basically comes and goes. Naruto passes without any issue. He does the shadow clone jutsu because he explains he still can't really do a clone jutsu. He can do maybe one clone jutsu with the amount of chakra control he has, but it's just, it wouldn't be good enough to pass. So he says, can I do the shadow clone jutsu instead? Well, you mean if you're capable of doing it, just as clone. So, and then he does it, and they're like, what the hell? And Jiraiya's there, and it's like, congratulations, brat, kid, and awesome. And they all celebrate. And Jiraiya says, I think it's time for your graduation present. And he just hands him a balloon. Hands him a water balloon? Well, I mean, wait, am I learning water jutsu or something? Not quite. And Jiraiya's like, just shows off the wrist. He's like, Tsunade, are you sure he's good, ready to do that, Jiraiya? Well, better late than never. It's actually, even if he's not ready to do it, it's a good starter test for him. And so Naruto, during the next week before the test, or for the team announcements, is practicing the water balloon Rasengan trick. Meanwhile, Mizuki tries, and I think ultimately fails to steal the scroll. I honestly don't think Mizuki would have gotten away with stealing the scroll anyway. Tell me if anyone thinks he would have. I don't personally think he would have. Even if he tried to steal a scroll on his own, I think that would have worked badly in his favor. Or would not have worked in his favor. Would have worked very unceremoniously against him. And so, yeah, not much really happens between here. Naruto still goes for his picture. And one thing I will say is I think maybe he does get a jacket similar to what Tsunade wears. I even think maybe it's in the same color, because honestly, she wears like that dark green jacket. And it doesn't have to have a symbol or anything on it, although maybe it could have like the Uzumaki Senju mixed clan symbols on there. Actually, that could work very nice. But it could be that exact same color in his size. But I mean, when you really break it down, he's already wearing a blue and orange version of Kid Jiraya's outfit. Blue, orange, and green all go very well together. So yeah, maybe that's what he gets Tsunade's gift to him. And so he heads to class. So he gets his picture taken. Given the timing, he still probably runs into Konohamaru. I don't know if he smacks Konohamaru around here. I do think he yells at Konohamaru. And I do think, maybe he doesn't hit him, but maybe he just tries something out and flicks it. And he does go flying like a foot because he tried the Tsunade chakra thing and just, I can only kind of minorly flick someone. He was just a kid. Anyway, he walks off, and so Konohamaru bugs him. They eventually go and talk about being Hokage. The big difference here is that Naruto, I was about to say he doesn't have the sexy jutsu, but I forgot to consider he is Jiraya's kid. I think that could have been a secret technique that Jiraiya taught him. Maybe. But until don't never tell your mom, okay, kid? And so maybe he does pass it down to Konohamaru. Ebisu shows up, and here's I think a big difference. While I do think Danzo maybe started to spread some of the information that the Nine-Tailed Fox, Naruto is the Nine-Tailed Fox at some level, I don't think Ebisu knows that. He just hasn't been there long enough, I think. And that ingrained hatred, I just don't think really is there. Maybe he's maybe he's heard of it, but he's just not sure. And so he doesn't really look at Naruto with distaste. In fact, if anything, he's like, Naruto, it's forgive me, I did not see you here. It's like, oh, no, who are you? Oh, I am the trainer of the young Konohamaru here. My name is Ebisu. I am an elite trainer of great future prospects, including those who have to become Hokage, like the young master here. Now, excuse me, Honorable Grandson, you must come with me. And so, yeah, he's trying to get him to come along, and he doesn't want to come along. And, yeah, and obviously Naruto's like, hey, dude, screw you. Well, I say that, but he's probably more like, hey, come on, if he doesn't want to train, then he doesn't want to train. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Look, Naruto, I understand. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but if you want to become Hokage, like I've heard you said, then you might want to consider my training as well. Or you might have to consider taking things a bit more seriously. There's no easy road. Mine is the quickest way to become Hokage after all. Now just please, Honorable Grandson, come along with me. And I think Naruto kind of stands out. It's like, look, there's no easy way to become Hokage. You think it was easy for anyone of them to become Hokage? And that, so basically that whole, there is no easy way to become Hokage. That whole little minor speech he gives to Konohamaru after the fact, I think he's giving right now. Where it's like, there's no easy way to become Hokage. You got to work. They're ninjas so strong that they could have become the Kages of their village that never became Kages. You don't have to just work hard, and you have to work harder than anyone else, and then hope that everyone else. It's basically like the Oscars, kind of, and then dedicate your. It's not about just becoming strong. It's about dedicating your life to an entire people and protecting them. And I know for a fact that's a big responsibility. But I will carry that responsibility because I want to be Hokage no matter what. And Naruto's standing there, and everybody's a little taken back by this. Like, okay, wow, he actually gets it. And Konohamaru hears that too, and he stops struggling and he lets go. Konohamaru's like, is that true? Yeah, it's true. It's true, Konohama. There really isn't any easy way to become Hokage. But that doesn't mean you should ever. That doesn't mean you give up in your dreams. No matter what. Uh, if you work hard enough, maybe you can become a Hokage. Of course, you're gonna have to become the Hokage after me. Right. We're rivals then from here on out. And whatever you say. And so anyway, later episode, later Konohamaru. I'm just a little taken back. It's like, well, Tsunade, Jiraiya, you raised a good boy there. All right, I get. Yeah, well, there might not be any shortcuts. That doesn't mean I can't keep training. All right, let's go, Ebisu. Yes, honorable grandson. And then now the team selection ultimately comes, and Naruto shows up, and he's just like, hee. He's all happy. And, Naruto, I think Naruto sits wherever he wants to sit normally. Maybe he's sitting next to Sasuke. Actually, that could make sense. And they hear him and Sasuke are kind of just sitting there and quiet. Maybe they say his chat a little bit, but nothing substantial. They hear the beating of hooves as Sakura and Ino both show up. I'm sitting here to Sasuke. And to which they then see Naruto there. It's like, hi, Naruto. Oh, and Ino's like, Naruto, hi. He's like, oh, hi, guys. And Sakura, not hating Naruto here, in fact, likes him quite a bit. She's like, Naruto, hi. Would it? She's doing nothing. Would it be all right if I maybe sat next to Sasuke? To which she kind of glances at Sasuke, which is like, no. It's like, I would, but I kind of hurt my foot on the way in a little bit. Naruto makes a white lie. I think it'll be better in a little while, but I don't really want to be walking around. But you can sit next to me, Sakura. It's fine. Okay, if I. But what did that mean, Naruto? Why don't you just sit there behind me? Oh, perfect. I can smell your hair. No, she's not that obsessive, but that'd be a Karin thing right there. I'm sitting next and she's like, damn it, she gets to sit next to Naruto and right across from Sasuke. It's like, good enough. I win. And so the teams are presented. And eventually Team 7 comes around, and this version is just Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura. And honestly, I think the only one cheering really is Sakura. It's like, yeah! It's like, I've got Sasuke, and I got the second cutest boy in school, too, Naruto. Where'd that come from? Again, I know it was really being hinted at that he was going to wind up with Sakura, but I'm so glad he didn't. I really am. Even with what they kind of did with her later in Shippuden, where they were starting to improve her character, I still didn't think they should have been together. Hell, I would have preferred anyone besides her. But give 10 some love. Anyway. But again, they were not setting her up here. We're not setting her up here to like Naruto romantically. At least not right now. Maybe down the road if I'm inclined. Maybe. Now that I think about it, now I'm just going off on a little bit of a tangent here. Sidetracking. Tracking. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I've done a what if where he ends up with Sakura or not. Put it in the console. I'd have to go through literally every video I've done, and I don't have. I only started writing notes maybe in the last year, so I don't have that. Even if I did, I don't know if I'd ever be able to find those notes. Let me know if I have ever paired him up with Sakura or not in any of my what ifs. I know I've done Ino. I think I've done Tenten once. I know I do Hinata a lot. I think I've done Karin and Tayuya at least once. And Tamari at least once. I think I've gone through a majority of the female cast of Naruto that's within his age range, except for Sakura. Anyway, so all the other teams come and go. They wait for Kakashi. I do think Naruto still has a prankster side, just not as destructive as it is in the original. Puts the eraser on top of the door. Hits Kakashi. My first impression of you. You're a bunch of idiots. Meet me on top of the roof. And he says, "Okay, give me your your name, your dreams, hobbies, what your likes and dislikes, dreams for the future, that kind of thing." And Naruto's is probably a lot different here than it is in the original. Most likely, my name is Naruto Uzumaki Senju, because he probably took Tsunade's name because we don't know Jiraiya's surname. My hobbies include training, hanging out with my friends, and getting stronger. My dislikes also are good people. and ramen, sure. Dislikes are people who judge people for things outside of their control. I think he's once or twice seen people that have heard about the Ninetales give him a look. As well as people who just are cruel to others. And I also dislike waiting for the amount of time that it takes for the instant ramen to cook. And then my dream for the future is to be Hokage. And then Sasuke's is at least a little bit more open. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I don't like too much, although I do like training. My hobbies include training, and I will at least say I don't like too much, although I have a couple friends I care about. But my dream for the future is not a dream. I will make it a reality. I will get revenge for my clan and kill my brother. Like, he's not even I kill a certain someone. And Naruto knows about Sasuke, but even he still worries about him. And then Sakura, obviously, I mean, she technically went second. My name is Sakura Haruno. Well, what I like, I mean, who I like, my dreams for the future is, and she's still like, yee! And what do you dislike? And here she doesn't say Naruto, because she actually likes Naruto. She doesn't hate him at all. So honestly, I hate Ino Pig, because she's trying to steal Sasuke from him. But so yeah, you're all unique with your own dreams for the future. Anyway, join me at Training Ground 7 at this time. Oh, and don't eat breakfast or you'll puke. So they all leave, go to respective domiciles. Naruto tells his mom, Tsunade, and his aunt, Suzune, about what's happened. Or Big Sis, I guess would be the better term. And that they got Kakashi. And they both kind of wince at that. Kakashi? Wait, you know about him? Yeah, he's got a bit of a history. So I'm going to make you a big lunch, big dinner today. And to pack your breakfast. But he said not to eat. Trust me. You don't have to listen to that rule. And so Naruto does eat in the morning, and he meets up with Sasuke and Sakura. And look, the way it goes down, I'm going to summarize because we still got 3 minutes to the 30-minute mark, and I'm going to go to the 30-minute mark on this one either way. And I wrote down what happens here, so I might as well get it done. I will summarize more or less. So he says, all right, you'll have this much time to get the bells. And then if you fail to get it, you'll be tired of that to and watch as I eat my lunch. And that's why he said not to eat dinner or breakfast, so to make it harder on ourselves. But he notices Naruto's stomach doesn't growl. It's like, tell me something, Naruto. Did you eat this morning? I did. My mom said that I shouldn't listen to that rule. So yeah, I had some breakfast. And then Kakashi's like, Tsunade, very well then. And then just hide and then come at me with the intent to kill. He doesn't antagonize Naruto or anything because he's not dead last here. So yeah, they go and hide. And immediately Naruto comes out. He's like, fight me one-on-one. You're a little different, aren't you? I know you might be the child of Tsunade, but that doesn't mean you're that special. And then Naruto, starts fighting him. So Kakashi knows he's pretty good at fighting. But he's not worried about Naruto. Naruto ultimately gets tossed in the river, but comes back out. And not only does he come back out, all of a sudden a giant gust of wind and water come at Kakashi. He's like, that's wind jutsu. He used the river to enhance the wind jutsu by making a torrent of water. And then Naruto comes in with some kunai, and he even sees explosive tag. Poof! My, you are scary, aren't you, Naruto? But unfortunately, you're gonna have to do much better than that if you want to hit me. And then all of a sudden, a couple Naruto clones coming from the side. He's able to bop one, but noticing something's off with one of the other ones as he just hits it and then blocks as it poofs. And it's actually Sasuke, who Naruto had sent clones to get Sasuke and Sakura, saying that we can't beat him on our own. We need to work together. And so Sasuke is standing strong and just waiting to go. It's like, fine. It's like, so we're trying to work together, but you're gonna have to do a lot better than that if you're going to. And all of a sudden, he's got ninja wire on. It's like, what? And he sees Sakura there holding it to a tree. He's like, I got him. Impressive. I must admit, that's impressive indeed. And they go for the bells, but he just substitutions out of there. Crud! It's like, you're really coming at me, aren't you? But you're gonna have to do better than that. Believe me. Yeah. Well, I think it's. And Naruto's just like, great breakthrough. fire style jutsu. And then, we know. And immediately Kakashi's eye go wide, like, that's bad. It's just, water style, water dragon jutsu. And he just, as far as we know, he probably knew it prior to Zabuza. But either way, they clash and steam, is rising. You really are scary. But even with your chakras, there's Naruto, and everything you have going for you, Sasuke, you three aren't going to be able to keep up with, do that. Or keep up with me for long. And then all of a sudden, just, what? And he sees Daze, like, and even Naruto's huffing a little bit at this point. She's like, yeah, but that wasn't really the game plan. And and Kakashi looks, and he sees, because I mentioned Naruto would have this, 4 different Narutos, and basically a kind of square formation. So, sealing art, chakra barrier. I'm just making up one here. Chakra barrier. I mean, they have black barrier, red barrier, whatever. Let's just call it like a color barrier. Blue barrier seal. And Kakashi realizes, like, they got me trapped in here. Impressive. And then the bell rings, like, we got finally, and it's like, we got you. Well, yep, you got me, except you didn't actually get the bells, did you? Remember, the name of the game was to get the bells, and you didn't actually take them off my person. True, but and they're all just kind of like frowns, like, oh, that's too bad. You actually did pretty well. And to which Naruto kind of steps up, like, yeah, but technically we had you caught, and if you could escape, you decided not to escape. But so either you could, let me rephrase that sentence. And that means we had you. It's like, well, maybe I was just staying. That means we had you, which means we had the bells. And Kakashi kind of like, yes, but I maybe could have gotten it. I was just humoring you. I could have gotten it on time. Well, then that's your own fault, isn't it? Kakashi kind of goes, to which he actually can't. He actually just kind of like goes, that's a good technicality there, Naruto. Then very well. Which one of you is going back to the academy? And to which Naruto goes, well, I don't think any of us should go back. We all did our part here. Yeah. We shouldn't have to go back. Naruto's right. We should, if we're going back, we go back together, or we can pass together, or we go back together. And Kakashi is impressed, like, very well then. If that's the case, then you pass. And he explains that it really was teamwork. That was I was trying to teach you, and you guys got it down. And so the day ends, and they go home, and they are Team 7. And that is where we'll end part 2 for the day. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks for the next one.